And here we go. Hello. Welcome.
Welcome.
Hello.
How we all doing?
Hey,
I woke up like an hour ago.
Pretty good so far. Oh, wait.
just finished dinner, so I'm all ready to go.
Oh, okay. I was wondering who Gamer Steve was, and that was Ranger's gift sub from yesterday. I was like, who's Gamer Steve? I haven't heard of that guy. Thank you, Gamer Steve, for your sub and your contribution to our Discord. I don't know. Okay. So, we got a fun thing today. The first of potentially many Exalt one-shots, where we begin to learn a little bit more about what this weird conglomeration of powers from the Amber pre-tells. How we all doing today? I think I already asked this.
Pretty chill.
Pretty okay.
I'm alright, yeah.
Yeah.
Got some things to do after this, but
I'm stalling for time because stalling.
I had things to do before this, and I woke up 30 minutes ago, so that didn't happen.
Oh, that's loud. Hold on. Turn that down a little bit. Okay, we have some campfire music. Some new music because I keep getting roasted for how I only play 3 types of game music in my games. So we're diversifying our music selection here. Kirby, I'm looking at you. All right. So, without further ado, let us get into the Temple or the Tomb of Quondam. So the date, for those that want to make sure everything is okay, the date is sometime before the 5th of Fater. The 5th of Fater is when the meeting is supposed to take place. So it is sometime before that date. However, due to the weird meta randomness that is the Plane of Negentropy, it is unsure, as time is in a weird medium here. The Plane of Negentropy exists as the geomantic domain of order. It waxes and wanes as the enemy is exerting its influence upon the world. Our 5 Exalts sit across an amber flame as they always do. Small talk ensues as a bluish humanoid twiddles a dagger between his fingers, occasionally throwing it towards a dummy and then recalling it in a quick motion. Can you please tell me a little bit more about yourself? Because this may be people's first times introducing themselves to your character. You can introduce your name and a little bit about yourself. What you've done.
Shit. All right. So this is Elian. He is a sea elf rogue. He didn't ask to be here, but he just kind of is now. So that's where he's at. He's got just some basic studded leather armor. Weapons are all pretty basic except for one fancy looking dagger, which is the one he throws and then does a quick wrist motion and it teleports back to his hand. He has amber scars all over his body, though you can't see most of them, other than the one across his right eye, which is amber colored and has the little plus sign in it. And then his other eye is green. And that's all there really is to know about Elian.
Okay. Sometimes the best heroes are the ones that are thrown against a wall and forced into their position. However,
sometimes
the sea elf looks over to a large, bulky humanoid in a large set of timber armor as he's training once again. This is something he normally does, being the one who's explored most of this domain. However, you're fine with this, as at least it's better than him telling you why he hates your ears for the 800th time.
Whoa, that's not canon anymore.
For the humanoid training, can you please tell us a little bit more about yourself?
This boy here. Wait, that's the wrong button. This boy here is Satisfaction Youth. He is a 6'6" human. He's not happy that he's an Exalt or anything that's going on, but you know, he'd rather him than anyone else in his group. He's very he much prefers that he's doing it than, you know, someone like Papaya.
Yeah.
He trains a lot. He's taken his new role very seriously after the loss of the town of Fuera and the death of Fueron. very hit him quite hard, so he's doing all he can to train and make sure he's stronger. He has a kind of symbiotic relationship with his armor now. It kind of is part of him, and he has a enchanted mace, not mace, a morning star, which can stretch because it's got a kind of a viney texture on its end, which can shoot out and go further and pull things towards him.
As sweat begins to coalesce on his brow as he just finishes his workout session, he sits down on the amber stump on the ground here, and we pan over to the third Exalt. This one, a little bit different. A fourth figure lies staring off into the distance. Always... Wait, this is the wrong person. Wait. Okay. A third figure, also covered in holy vines and branches, half listens to the humanoid ranting about ears. She's been dealing with a lot of things in the real world, and they have been leading to a lot of new conclusions that she has come to. She's been through a pretty tough struggle as of late. Can you please tell me a little bit more about yourself?
My character is Montmorency Yadabeo. She is a Kalishtar. She's also an ex-Crimson Phoenix character. She was following the Lord of Fire for some time, and then he decided to do some really bad things to her and hide her past and brainwash her, and she kind of found out about it, and this is pretty much the conclusion of Ironhole would be her fighting her inner demons, or her most nightmarish version of herself, as her kind of what would have happened if she didn't stop being a Crimson Phoenix member. She's a bit you can kind of tell by her description, she's got two big wings, they represent the two gods of where we're on. She has similar armor to Salafast because she is actually a druid more or less than a paladin, and she's a bit conflicted about a lot of things right now, I'd say.
As she stares off, looking at her new form, still a little coming to grasp with what recently just happened, a fourth figure lies staring at his arm. His arm has also went through many different changes in the past couple of days, turning from a normal fleshy arm to that of scrolls with intricate carvings and writings on them. As he still studies the arm up and down, pulses with magic as a sword appears. As normal, a sword made out of paper, strangely enough, but it appears to be sharper than any blade any of you have seen. As he studies the arm again, can you explain a little bit more about yourself?
Sure. This is Spark. He's a sort of a researcher and scholar who's learned a little bit of combat to defend himself on his journeys. He's most interested in reading up and collecting stories to one day present back to his home. His right eye, no, that would be his left eye, is ambered with a little telescope symbol sitting in it, and his arm, of course, is made of paper.
Okay.
He's got some nice robes, and they're well worn from travel.
In your Tachai, right?
Yes, he is a Tachai.
He is a summer Tachai, to be
Tachai.
precise. As he's a little bit of an odd one out here, not only through skin color, but from the fact that he was not destined to have this power. He was given this power by someone else who couldn't receive said power. So as he looks around, still asking questions about what this area is, another Exalt forms in the fifth and final stump in the plane. After just having appeared, still looking around similar to the person before him, studying the plane, the ground, the stumps, the amber fire in the center, he looks to be of similar like to the man before him. Humanoid with many different runic carvings across his body, and specifically a large and fancy saber that pulsates and courses with elemental magic, earth, fire, lightning, and even more recently, amber. Fifth and final person, could you describe yourself to us?
Yes, this is Sebastian Runesaber. the ace of Tremler University. He was sent to swamplands to aid the swamp folk with the Sahagwan Scourge as a punishment for tampering with forces he shouldn't have. And it luckily, by being sent on that expedition, he and his party delved into a temple where they stumbled upon the statues of the Exalts, and where he was chosen to become the next Exalt, because of course he did.
As he
look at him.
as you look at the very fine looking humanoid, he kind of goads to himself as he was destined to fill this role and how he is better than everyone else because of said power. The five of you, it's been a grueling time in this plane. For some of you, it's been months. Others, it's been weeks. Others, it's been simply days or hours as you teleported yourself to this plane for the first time. Short conversations have been the norm here. Oh, someone's
Jeez.
mic is getting planar static. As short conversations have ensued between the five of you, a dull but backgroundish ringing has begun to persist within the plane. You all thought nothing of it until something began to form in the distance, a couple of hundreds of feet away. A large spire, all the way in the distance. As I said, about a couple hundred feet away. Now, getting the sense that something is off, as it's been a pretty flat land, as if you're on a Minecraft super flat world. There's a little bit of differentiation where that tower appears. And after recently, after creating that shard, which was placed inside Salifax's pocket, you guys get a sense that maybe the plane is changing. I'll let you all discuss a little bit.
Where's this fire?
It is off in the distance, northbound.
Okay.
That's a bit new. Anyone else seen anything like that before?
I've seen a Amber town, but would I recognize? Does it look like where?
It looks completely
No.
different.
Okay, thank God. I've seen an Amber town before, my hometown, but nothing like this.
Well,
It's as long as it's not like the one that appeared how long ago? Like a couple months at this point, right?
Are you referencing the one shot?
Yeah.
4 days ago.
Oh, never mind. So yeah, as long as it's not like that one, and some guy's not gonna come out and try and kill us, it's probably fine.
Oh, that is the one I was referring to, but yes. Referring to the check.
Right, I forgot that was your house. Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
don't worry. It's not. It's technicalities. Don't worry.
Admittedly, I am novice in these matters, but I imagine it's no coincidence that this land seems to be changing now that I'm here.
what do you mean by that?
Size, as a way.
Well, I am the latest of the Exalts, no?
Yes.
And based on all of your
astute
reactions,
observation
not
of you.
something like this has never happened before.
Maybe there's meant to be
Well,
five.
Coincidence?
the old man did say that when all the eyes were completed and all here, then stuff would start happening.
Unless
I
we
rest my case.
unless we have some sort of way to link you arriving here and this and that spire, I think it would be safe to assume it simply was a coincidence.
Well, who knows? Maybe it wasn't a coincidence. Maybe you are the great and powerful being you say you are. We can't know. We can't assume things, can we?
Well, one thing is clear, I was destined to be here.
You might
Interesting.
come to realize that you'd rather you didn't.
Yeah, it's this isn't
Interesting.
exactly some fun title that you get now. It's yeah. He's
Salifax,
just gonna trail off.
he reminds
Yeah.
he reminds you a little bit about yourself in your early adventures.
Yeah, that's why
So
he's very worried.
it's a little bit of a stark comparison, but also shows the amount of growth you have been through in your adventures after dealing with all the hardships and all the trials and tribulations. It's it's a little telling.
Regardless, we'll all have to work together, no matter how little or how much we can contribute.
Okay, and with that,
So we want to go poke it? Is that our plan?
Sebastian.
Well,
Not in as many words, but sure.
Vermont.
What Gamiri said.
What say you, Winged One?
Is this my destiny? What is my purpose anymore?
Oh yes, Morency, I do suppose it might be.
I see. Let's go.
Well, nothing more. Yeah, I suppose it's best we go figure out why that spy showed
I
up.
don't believe it'll be dangerous at the very least, because we haven't really had any true danger here yet.
There's been
And
Yeah, I
if
say
it
yes,
is,
that- there
then,
could be,
you know.
yes.
all right,
Whatever it is,
Salifax,
I'm sure we could handle it.
you take
yes,
out
I
this.
do believe we are somewhat capable.
You take out the small shard and let it lead the way towards where you need to go. As you begin walking north, time begins to slowly halt from a jog to a simple walk to a crawl. Spark, your intelligence is immense, and through this dull boredom as you keep walking northbound, you count the individual seconds from your start to your end, and it takes you a total of 432,000 seconds to make it to the spire.
Oh Jesus!
I look at the calculator.
I'm not even gonna bother trying to.
432,000.
Just an hour.
432,000 divided by 60. Divided by 60. It's an hour, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It's a little
No,
over an hour.
no, that's 5 days.
Oh, never mind.
Oh,
wait, what?
Wait,
really?
400,000.
Wait, what was the number?
Yes, it's 100. It's
Oh, okay.
120 hours or 5 days.
Oh,
Oh.
I thought you said 4,000.
I might have been a
had-
little bit off of my math.
It's fine. It's fine.
Days.
Yep, you walked
Anyone-
for 5 days.
Anyone feel like we've been walking for a really long time?
You are not. You are accurate in your feelings. It's taken us 5 days.
What?
What?
It felt like 5
When?
days. Just
How?
question.
Have we reached
Your
it
guess
now?
is as good as mine. I do not know.
But it's just there.
Here,
Southwest is
okay.
just pointing at it.
As you point, as you keep walking, this days begin to go by, and it doesn't look like it moves any closer to you as you walk forward. Just keeps going on endlessly and endlessly, but eventually,
Sebastian would have stopped like 5 hours in.
okay.
But just for the sake of,
So
With-
we can see it, but we can't like get
but it's
to it.
not getting closer.
Well, you have to walk there, and it will take you about 5 days to get there. So I'm assuming
my.
that you guys have goaded Sebastian into walking, and eventually, after the turn of the 5th day, even though there's no sun here, the tower begins to get closer and closer into view. A large spire pierces thousands and thousands of feet into the air, a testament to whatever this force of nature is and its power. As you enter the large golden-like arches, you come into a weird scene. But again, everything you've seen is weird. So I guess to put it in comparison, it's not the weirdest thing you've seen, but it's certainly something.
Oh shit! It's a
Question:
new map. Oh.
Oh, there's some dead bodies here.
Oh, that's
Do we
friendly.
feel like the physical exertion of walking for 5 days?
You feel half of it. So you do you do take stops and you do take a little bit of rests. But here, a short rest is 30 minutes and a long rest is 4 hours. And I need to change the music.
Do I notice? I probably did notice that he has a grimoire, right? Of World Archivist, right?
I would say Spark. Do you brandish it around or do you keep it hidden?
I wouldn't like show it off, but I imagine I would be using it occasionally. So yeah.
You would see it.
I kind of think about it in my head. It's like,
And as you
that looks
enter
familiar.
the dusty catacombs, it almost appears as if a large portion of sand, as you were beginning to walk up to it, a large portion of sand has tilted the spire in some direction towards like an 80-degree angle of kinds.
It's like Pisa.
It's the Leaning Tower of Quondam.
Amber walls line the temple here, and you guys, the first thing you see is a dead body.
Oh well, this is off to a great
I have
start.
to ask, what race is the
yes.
body?
The race appears to be a humanoid, although its clothes are completely and utterly foreign to you. You've never seen anything like the make of its clothes. You notice a patch on its shoulder. Its military getup, but the emblem is a red flag with a crescent moon and a star next to it.
Hold on. I thought we were the
Be
only ones
careful.
here.
If there's a body here, it might be dangerous.
I don't. What? I thought we were the only ones here. No.
Yeah, why?
well,
That is the case, but if this spire came from somewhere else, it could have brought people along.
I'm just gonna go take a
got
look
the
at it,
hide?
just make sure they're definitely 100% not gonna jump up and kill
They
us.
are not alive. I will tell
how?
I will tell you in character, you guys would not know this flag, but you guys as players would know that this is the flag of Turkey, the country.
Oh.
Wait, wait, hold on.
Oh no.
Can I medicine check to see like how he died?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know why I rolled advantage.
It appears that
Oh.
time has not been kind to this person.
Okay. Just died of old age, I guess.
I look around the room.
Died
With
of old
die in a
age,
lying
died
down
of
position of old
this,
age.
You look-
starvation.
You
Who
look
knows?
and you see a large statue appearing in the center of this room. A body lays lying up upon the two twin scimitars of this person. I will show
Oh.
you. I will show you
I
what
think I know who this is.
I will show you what their statue looks like.
It's John Nova Realms.
Indeed.
Conatus Amorius.
Is that a real person? A character?
No.
I think that's one of Emp's NPCs.
It's
This
the-
is this. I know. I would know. I know who this is, right?
You would
Like,
know.
I met him.
Well,
Uh,
yeah,
when-
he was the one.
When
He was the one that was here before the other three showed up, right?
Yeah.
yep, he was the one who
Okay.
was here for Salifax and Elian, and I think a little bit of Mont's time before the one shot
Tiny
started.
bit, yeah.
As you walk over, the shard begins to glow brightly with an amber energy. As you notice, in the center of the statue is a hexagon, and in the center of it there's a place where it looks like a shard can be put.
Well, this
I
is
will-
the statue of the old man.
I will tell you a little bit about the shard now.
What old man?
It's a long story.
There was a man who was here before us. He said that he's been doing this in all the worlds. He's been doing our job, and he's failed quite often. And apparently, it's up to us to carry on his job.
He also then lost his mind and then went down
Yes,
to
and then went
the
to town
Veilnum
on,
and started
us.
attacking people.
Who says we
So-
can do his job for him if he can't even do his own job?
Well, that
Yeah, see,
was
that's-
the idea. That was the
Well,
question.
That's
What
what
was
I
his-
said,
What was his
but I
name?
don't think we really have a choice.
His name. I don't think I ever caught it actually. He never told me.
You see,
Interesting.
at the base of the stone here lies the name Canatus Amorius, and then a dash, and it says the perfect son.
It's a bit narcissistic.
Does this
Not as
person appear to, like
memorials?
they were killed or?
It looks like they went to touch the statue, and they were immediately shot by some kind of weapon.
Oh,
Oh, what guns?
amber gun. I'm just kidding.
Now, I'm gonna,
Is the statue holding a cup of any kind to put blood in?
no, it is holding two shashkas, which are Georgian
Okay.
style swords.
Oh,
Yeah, they're the funny
We
ones.
don't have to worry about the statue moving forward.
Let me tell you a little bit about the
shard.
shard you have here, because it's pretty important. What you have is called a nebula of anamnesis. It's a shard of immense power that is created when the forces of chaos and the forces of order combine in such an intensity that it cracks the foundation of the iteration that this world is based upon. The shard is used and don't worry about that. But the shard is powerful enough that it can revert the effects of Amber's suffering. But it appears that it also can be used in learning more about the source. So you have to you can use it wisely for future events, future fights, or you can use it here in the center of this statue. And I will paste what I said, because that might have been
It's a lot.
yeah,
So
it might have been a lot.
You could use the shard to bring back somebody who's suffered. And
Yep.
you can
It
always
has
use
to
now
be
activate this.
immediate.
Yeah, it has to be
Yeah,
immediate.
it's the same way that the eyes work.
Oh, I mean, fighting an Amber boss now.
But do I see the shard?
You would see it in his hand.
Yeah, Salafak's holding it.
Well,
That
what
shard.
are you waiting for?
Do you think we
Well,
could revive
do
this
we-
person?
I'm not entirely sure. It might do anything. We're not entirely sure. That man looks like he's had a bad time.
Oh, he
And,
said it
he tried to
apparently.
do something with it.
It's okay.
Actually, I think it's better.
You just narrated it to us.
Yep.
Would you think I should put it in the clearly dangerous hole?
I think we should
Someone
wait a
good?
minute. There's still more to this area. Hopefully we could find some other notes on this is.
As you begin to look around, you do notice that there are in fact other things in this room. There is a weird area over here with 11 looking pedestals, a weird well, and there are also other statues that each draw to you. Like everyone is drawn to a specific statue. Elian is drawn to this one, Salifax is drawn to this one, Mont is drawn to this one, Spark is drawn to this one.
Can't see which ones you're pointing at. Okay.
Yeah, we don't see your cursor.
Oh, you
I
don't?
got it.
You guys gotta
Or I
refresh.
didn't.
Elian's drawn to this one. Do you see my ping?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm refreshing. Hold on.
Okay.
It's
I see
okay.
all these statues.
You just move me in front of the one. It's fine.
Okay, yeah, I'll move you to in front of the ones that you guys are drawn to.
Okay, got it.
And on each of these, you see an amber scroll that is put inside the cornerstone of the statue. Specifically, it is there are titles there, and then under said title is a scroll of amber that you can read.
Okay. Start with Alien.
What do
first.
they say?
All right, for his, you see the title of Eldar Emorius, the Testament of the Bastard. And it says the following. Oh, I should show you what he looks like, because they each have their own tile
Oh, he looks like a dwarf.
Ooh.
representation.
Oh,
Yeah, Incarnate doesn't have the best looking statues. So,
I was hoping he'd be a dwarf. That's fine. It's okay.
These
They're-
ones remind me of the ones that killed E.
they're all people. They're all humans, you would guess. So this is Eldar here. If you're reading this, I don't know why this matters, but the first iteration was lost. But more importantly, my son was lost. A beautiful flame that was snuffed out too early. Brimos, if you somehow are out there, I love you and miss you. What Grandpa did to you was wrong. He isn't in the right headspace ever since the Zeroth world and its collapse. Future torchbearers, if you manage to keep the Testament alive, my father must be defeated. I alone couldn't defeat him in the first. Hopefully the others will succeed and time isn't too late. Our bond as bastards connect us. As he says as you read these lines, your eye flickers. As the first blessed and or cursed with this power, we have a promise to give to the worlds of the past, present, and future to ensure that whatever the fuck is causing this cycle of deletion is stopped. For those that unknowingly breathed their last and were taken too early like my son. Nestor was precious to me. I loved the people there, and more importantly, for the first time I had him, my son was a beacon of sunshine. Future Torchbearer, I impart this knowledge unto thee. And as he says this, your eye flickers again with even more amber energy to an intensity you've never seen before. If you have your own beacon, please protect them at all costs before it's snuffed out, as the scroll is finished.
Oh, okay then. Guys, I think we found the group before us, or one of the groups before us. Turns out they didn't do too great either.
Well, that's not surprising. If I mean the three orbs high in the sky, they Salifax was correct, and they were the previous worlds. Well, you should not be surprised by the failures.
Would I understand what he's referring to as the beacon, or is that something that hasn't
the beacon
fully come to light yet?
The beacon is the reference to his sun, or like a beacon of sunshine,
Okay.
of like hope and purity. So if you have any of those, protect them at all costs, essentially is what he's saying.
Yikes.
Maybe my other character.
Sebastian eyes the statue.
Okay, we'll go with yours next. This is Simone Amorius, the sixth and final son, the testament of the elite. The last figure of the six statues appears to look more sinister. You're not sure if it's sinister or a large amount of cockiness. It could be a mix of both, more than likely. However, their demeanor is slightly different, as well as their dress is that of a noble, which is a stark comparison to the others, who are wearing different sets of armor or at different other kind of stylizations. And his testament reads as such. I decided to fight with my three brothers, not because I wanted to, but because I was forced to. I would never work with people like them. Mistakes of brothers, my dad would say. But I always lived in the shadow of my oldest brother. I wanted to help him, but sadly, after what he did to my brothers, I felt an obligation to stop him. Not to help my brothers, who were irredeemable, but to be put in the name of history books. However, I failed. The third iteration failed, and we were to usher the cycle onto the fourth. Our arrogance connects us. As he says this, your eye flashes. We believe we are better than others, but more than likely we compensate because we are some of the worst people ever. We may think we were born for this power, but we were in fact born to make this world a better place. Future Torchbearer, I impart this knowledge onto thee. Same thing happens with your eye as aliens. It is okay to be humbled. Take it with pride, for without humbleness, the enemy finds cracks in an unstable foundation. When he references his three brothers, actually, I'll explain that for later.
Okay.
And this is Simone, the Testament of the Bastard.
Torchbearer.
So I can't help but notice there's a slight relation to our current names.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yes, letters.
I didn't notice that out of character. Did not see that wouldn't know that in character for sure.
I mean,
We don't know each other's-
Spartak. It's not being subtle there.
Okay, who wants to go next? Alrighty. So you look at your person, and compared to the other five looking brothers, his hair is orange. He appears to be a redhead of sorts. His name is Melaton Amorius. The statue of the person, the center oldest of the six statues, appears to be that of a humanoid of middle height. His robes appear to be that of a cleric. However, the god he worships is completely unknown to you. His face tells many more words than his cloak, though. Words of a complex life and complex decisions, as confliction is written all over his face, and his is the testament of the conflicted.
Okay.
I was unsure if I wanted to do it. The indecisiveness ultimately left to the destruction of the second iteration. I couldn't work up the courage to fight my father. I mean, who could? He killed my first two brothers. The second one tried to fight him as well and met his own fate. I managed to shield the pieces of the infinitum, but at what cost of doing the world suffered? For that I am conflicted. I don't know if I did a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe the reset is a good thing. Future torchbearers, indecision leads to a loss of life. When making decisions, follow your gut and stick to your thoughts. Our confliction connects us. We have sinned and we have done things we have regretted within our lives. I know this power was given to you by someone else you don't associate with anymore. However, with this power, we can attempt to atone for the sins we have committed in our time. Future Torchbearer, I impart this knowledge unto thee. The enemy waits for the opportune moment to strike. When all hope is lost, be the light that guides the hopeless.
Okay. She kind of like silently just takes in the information a bit.
I will paste your testaments in your chats.
Okay.
I kind of think I'm not gonna say anything, but I'll wait to the end.
This
I kind
is
of might have figured it out.
This is Elian's.
Say it in the Excel chat.
And I will do it in order. So who wants to go next?
I suppose I will.
Alrighty. Your statue is of Spartak. The thinnest of the six brothers. This one appears to be wearing scholar's robes and has a smaller sets of books that he has around his waist. The name Spartak is interesting. The name invokes power, but this person invokes the exact opposite. He invokes intelligence and wisdom. His testament reads the testament of the scholar. Knowledge drives us all. It's the reason why the wars of the 0th iteration were caused, that led to the downfall of Father's insanity. Knowledge is power. Despite that, I was the weakest of the 6 siblings, for knowledge is nothing without power to wield it. Infinitum was a weapon that should have never been opened for the world. Earth was never ready for its potential, and especially should have never been put in Father's hands. It corrupted one of the strongest people in the world. Our intelligence connects us. Ever since our inception through time, we have had a thirst for knowledge, for it brings power. We must use it efficiently if we want to defeat the enemy once and for all. Carzel Amorius must fall. Future Torchbearers, I impart this knowledge unto thee. While knowledge may be important for strength, intelligence alone can only get you so far in the grand scheme of things. Unity of body and mind are equally as important.
Most interesting.
And last, but not least, we find ourselves with Sando Amorius, the testament of the Zealot. The statue of the third man in this circular statue row, or not really line. He's a giant compared to the other statues, especially the one that is closest to you. He wears the regalia of a warrior and brandishes a greatsword. While he seems to be strong in physique, he appears weak in character, his bravado leading to a crushing amount of weight that makes up for his actions. Not only is his armor heavy, but so too is what he's dealt with. And his testament reads as follows. I've always fought with my brothers for the slightest bit of edge on them. Being one of the middle children, I had to make my name and my appearance known to Father somehow. This division ultimately led to the destruction of the 0th and the 1st iterations. I watched my brother die in front of my eyes, protecting me. It stays with me as I write this. Future Torchbearers, division breeds chaos. Chaos breeds the enemy breeds division. It's a divisive cycle. You must cut it from the source before the cycle becomes unending. Our bond as zealots connects us. As the second, blessed with this power, we have promised to keep the first legacy and protect those that matter to us. The cycle must be broken, Torchbearers. I know you weren't chosen for this power, but you have to be a conduit for its energy. Future Torchbearer, I impart this knowledge unto thee. Don't let your jingoism blind you. You'll lose those closest to you like I did. And that is his testament.
Guys, I think I know what it is in meta, by the way. Do you want me to say it?
Some Turkish family got Amber and
No.
Yep,
No.
that's it.
Yeah,
Wrap it up. We're done here.
They're reflections of our players, of ourselves, I would say. Really fucking
yes,
cool.
they do tend to have an odd parallel.
Yeah, I think it's really, really interesting. Because when he said short, I was like, yep, that's got to be me.
Salifax's is just like he took Salifax and put like an Instagram filter on him.
Isn't Merlin blonde in real life, right? So
I am blonde, yes.
I'm not a redhead, but it's fine.
Not that blonde.
It's fine. I am an old man, so technically you are correct.
And finally, the last thing that lies is the statue in the center. The first brother.
You know what?
First, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth.
6.
Family. A family who all became, well, at least connected with the Amber. What are the chances? As far as I know, none of us share any sort of relationship.
Elliot just looks at
50-50.
his hands and then looks at everyone else like, yeah, no, I think that's a pretty good assumption there.
Yes. It's very odd. Huh.
It's not something we should worry too much about. I don't think that is the main takeaway here.
It probably isn't. I just found it odd that a family came into this much power.
You should put the shard in.
I think I should.
That's
After
a
all
great
we've
decision.
heard.
Do we put the shard in or do we leave it out?
If we're going to put the shard in, I would rather you all step. No, I'd say
I'll do
step
it.
back.
It's
so you might
fine.
have to be inside
Here.
my aura. You might have to stick together.
I'll do it if,
Are you
Or
sure,
nervous.
Elian?
yeah. I wish it
Glad
could
to
just
see
be
you are
quick.
taking responsibility. And Salafax hands him the cube.
Yeah. All right. Well, if we die here, then it's been nice knowing you for who knows how long it's been. Also, nice to meet you, Sebastian. Anyway,
I don't
Let's
believe
do it.
that's the case, but he'll use Fiendish Vigor on himself just
Okay.
in game.
You cast
Bastard
Fiendish Vigor
already-
on yourself.
Already shield.
As you place the shard into the center of the statue, it begins to slowly turn into amber, and the backside of the statue is revealed. As you all turn around and get to the back, expecting something to come out and attack you, you find Kanatis's person standing in the back of the mirror, almost looking at you guys.
Mirror.
huh.
As he
Ew.
places his hand
Interesting mirror.
up to the side of the mirror, he tries to say something, but words don't appear. It begins
Anyone
to
could-
swirl his hands, and he
perhaps
shows.
this.
Oh,
Anyone good at reading lips?
Do you have something to write with? No, he probably can't hear us.
Skywrite. I could skywrite.
Hold on. He'll
I've seen
take
this
out.
guy.
He'll take out a piece of paper, not from his arm. He's got other paper, and write down. Can you read this? And he'll like hold it up to the mirror.
he begins to swirl his hands, and instead of responding, the words "Let me show you something" begins to form themselves in the back of your mind, as you are shown a vision.
It's another
Well,
way to
that'll do it.
communicate. Oh,
Yeah.
load meaning vision.
Oh no.
Hey, Valentov! What are you doing
And
here?
Alexandros and
Oh.
Jesus.
Hold on,
The king.
his tile's
Palamon.
wrong. Okay,
Some new
Wait a
art.
second. Hold on.
I need to play some music.
Who's missing? Question. It's Con, right?
I have questions for you, Elephant.
Why is Jesus here?
Well, obviously it's Emp's characters from different
Yeah.
campaigns, but
Wow,
why
way
is
to-
there
way
an
to
empty
spo-
seat?
Boy.
Way to spoil it.
What?
Way to spoil it, Arcane. Come on, trying to
know
have the
the end-
hype.
I know who the
Listen,
empty
he's the
seat
part.
is.
He's the party nerd. It's fine. In character.
Okay, let me play some music here that I think is fitting. Not
Baggers.
okay. Did it play?
So it's all the big boss people.
It's the refract.
Apart from the golden, I thought one of the golden guns would be here. To be honest.
Okay. 6 figures stand across a large table.
Wait, 6?
Or 5 figures stand across a large table. This table is very familiar, as if you all may be here soon in the future. Or at least some of you. They appear to be talking. All 5 of the figures have a silvery hexagon placed upon their armor. And they say this. Alright. I believe all 5 have been awoken. I found 2 of them. I did as well, one in the pine. I mean, I can go find one in the swamp if you want me to. And the last was awoken in Mercutius, I believe. I don't want to do this, Alexandros. I know you don't, Valentov, but we have to. I know you're gonna ask why, but we have to. We've been cursed with being his refractions. We have to do his will. Well, in any case, I'm going to do my best effort to guide them to victory as I can. I mean, as long as I can refract into the next, is that possible? I mean, I'm not sure if it's possible. No one's ever tried it. We've only existed for this one, correct? Yeah. What about you, Sergey? You're quiet. I don't really care. I mean, I'm the newest of his creations, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah. You're always so out of it, worrying about your time and your clocks. Listen, man. I have no connection to these Exalts. You're the ones who didn't listen to the orders. You created bonds with all of them. We had to. That was our initiative. It was no one's initiative but your own. Not my fault. I'm gonna have to kill them. You're gonna have to do the same. You made these connections without killing them before you started. Sergey, this is why I hate you. Shut the fuck up. You love me. Isn't that G's line? Yeah, you're kind of stealing my jib here, bud. Listen, I mean, I know you 3 have a little bit of a different precedent because your worlds are dead or something. I mean, I'm a god in another world. I can just jump into that timeline if I don't like the outcome here. I mean, I'm still alive, huh? Listen, we have to continue the plan. We have to keep Khan split. He's kept within the 6 of us. Well, I guess not anymore. The 5 of us. The 3 towers have formed, correct? 2 more? Yes, 2 more shall appear. And then, well, destiny shall have the Exalts clash with the refracted. I want to go easy on them. Listen, I do too. But... Sergey, do you have a party yet? No, one's gonna start soon. And I think it's gonna start in Mercutius again. I might be able to guide them. I'm a little alone here, guys. I'm gonna be real. But... it's fine. I'll have my party soon enough. Just wait till you make a bond with them. You say you're cold and heartless, but... I'm not getting that impression from you, my friend. No one said we were friends. I guess. And the vision slowly begins to sink away as you're teleported back to the temple.
Damn, that's pretty heavy.
As the statue begins to shine, as the hexagon is formed, as it's split into 6 equal parts of the hexagon that forms within the center of the statue.
Well, at least I know why when I met Valentov, he said we might have to fight at some point.
I'm just gonna face the wall and just... Fuck!
Indeed, I have the same feelings.
Why do they want to imprison? Why do they want to imprison him so badly?
In prison, were you? They referred to Khan. I believe.
Connection.
I believe he may be the Wanderer. I have I have
No.
some notes written down when I talked to
I'm
Valentov.
pretty sure it's this one that we're standing in front of.
He places
You're
his
right, it could
hand.
be.
He places his hand up to the mirror, and his form begins to shift into that of the corrupted wanderer, almost split in half.
Oh. Con
Salafax immediately
Wanderer
draws his weapon because PTSD is a bitch.
Basha does the same.
Doesn't appear
Yep.
to attack, but it's just there. Sadness covers his face as his other form takes precedent.
So we saw like what the two we saw. So what I saw from the one shot you guys did, I saw him in it, and then I also see him as well. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this is. So they knew those. I'm not sure who half of them were. I know Elrond, the magic elf.
I know.
Helped
I
me.
know Valentov, the elephant.
I met this Jesus.
Well, it seems that
I don't know why, but that sounds like
It seems
heresy.
that,
I'm not quite sure why.
that Sergei fellow, they've all formed bonds, apparently against orders.
Alexandros was the one who helped our party out of shit. What's the name of the city? I'm sorry.
Alverhold?
Haverholtz.
Yeah, Alverhalt when it was under siege. I think he was kind of a big deal around there.
I mean, he didn't really like me to begin with. I'm not surprised.
Seems the last one, the Sergei fellow, has yet to encounter a group, but
Wait, I've got to wait. Doesn't that mean there's one more of us coming then? If they have
Yep.
downed a party,
there might be.
that's very worrying. Actually, there isn't room. We don't have another statue for them in there. Oh,
Mm,
I don't understand what's going on there.
unless-
Maybe this is the prophecy.
I mean, the
the
statue in
sense-
front of us
Oh,
could be. Huh.
It
well,
might
there's
be.
supposed to be
Yes.
6 of them, and there's only 5 of us.
Yes, they.
Indeed.
I assume they don't want to meet up. I imagine if they do, well, they said they wanted
They'll-
to keep the Wanderers They wanted to keep Khan split. So I imagine if they meet up, they might make him whole. If only I could ask more questions, but I'm afraid if I
Sometimes just kind of like
try that,
holding his potion, like really wanting to, because he's
Then-
not going to.
they simply might fight us.
Is this a door?
Well, I'm supposed to be seeing Alexandros in the near future, so we'll see how that goes now.
Oh, you're going to fight one of them?
Ideally, no, but I mean, there's that conference coming
meeting.
up. I assume he'll be there.
Well, if you could, you're gonna have to be a little subtle with it. Perhaps you could phrase some questions. I don't think they knew we saw them.
Yes, let's keep that between us. Do not
Let's
tell
not-
your party, even they might listen to something will slip.
Yeah, that's
Pretty sure he'll
That's
kill
smart.
us if he finds out.
What questions would you ask them to not arouse suspicion? I'd have to think more on that.
Yes, you should. I'm not that kind of devious. I'm afraid to say. I'm sure you. No offense to any of you, but I was not trained to ask questions by my father. I was, trained to follow orders.
Either same
can-
for me.
I can play dumb. If he doesn't know what we know, then I can pretend like we learned some things on our own. This whole conference is supposed to be us figuring out what we know about the Amber. So if I reveal some information I may have just happened to stumble upon on my journeys, maybe that'll
Oh,
Yeah,
get a
perhaps
reaction.
I have
Perhaps
something I could use here.
that, yes.
Oh.
I have something I could use here, actually.
Well,
What is it, Morancy?
what is it?
I can peer into his dreams.
Whose dreams are you peering into?
Is that safe?
Oh no, Khan's dreams?
Probably not, but
Yeah, that might not be safe.
when is
I
the
imagine.
what is the opportunity ever going to arise again, right?
I'd urge you to be careful, but
Yes, do we?
My
If you're going to do that,
control.
let's be. You're just gonna
I mean,
come stand next to her.
yeah. Let's be honest. Nothing about anything is safe in here.
Indeed.
Doesn't he have to make? Do I have to make a wisdom save for? I
You
don't.
have
It's
to
not
make
written
you
down.
have to make a wisdom save.
Alright,
get
can I
a- you get
at
his
least resistance
paladin
myself
aura.
a little bit.
you get his paladin aura bonus.
You will have advantage
Yeah.
as well.
Advantage,
Sure.
and I can use plus 1d4, right?
Yep.
Alright,
And a
but
+3 just straight from Paladin Aura.
so I can roll an advantage, add 3, and then roll the dice. Alright, so you want to roll it? Or wisdom, you said?
Yep. Wisdom saving throw.
Come on, natural 20. Alright,
25 is pretty
plus
good.
3,
Pretty good.
28, plus roll 1. I'm just going to add the 1d4 plus. What is your paladin or 3?
+3 at the
Yeah.
moment.
So,
31.
Jeepers.
None of you saw that. None of you saw that.
81.
damn.
None of you saw
Oh
that.
my.
That's a really good roll.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay. So what's that total?
That's a 31.
Alrighty. Good stuff. And
I haven't used it yet.
you see the following vision.
Thank God I don't get Amber suffering.
Yep.
Okay, let me make sure the bots keep being a little slow.
It's okay. This
We're
is
just
probably
thinking slowly,
this is pretty
don't worry
improv. I didn't. Probably you weren't expecting me to do this, but maybe you were. I just
It's
figured it'd be
calculated every outcome.
maybe. I haven't used this
Every-
ability yet.
Every outcome has been learned. Okay. The bot's taking a little bit,
It's okay.
some time. There we go. Okay. As you peer into the mind of Khan, you get a glimpse of a lot of stories. He has been intertwined in many of the stories that the storyteller weaves, but one of the most important is what happened to the 0th iteration, the real world. I will tell you a little bit of a story. I gotta open up the OneNote for this.
It's okay.
Oh shit. We're getting meta now.
That's some lore.
The Amorian Empire is an empire that spanned the Caucasus Mountains from 1213 to 1580 AD. The Amorian Empire was under siege by the Ottoman Empire's surprise attack. Specifically, the emperor of the Amorian Empire, Emperor Maurius, fell quickly to what many thought was insanity, as the Ottomans' crushing military might began to slowly whittle down the Amorians' army and its fleet. And then a scribe brought something important into the throne room. A baby. The Emperor Maurius had his first son, and he named him Conatus, as Conatus, to him, means perfection. He was everything he needed to be. He is a vessel. And specifically, he wields what is known as infinitum, the weapon of infinite potentials and the weapon of perfection. His father slowly began to lose his mind as infinitum corrupted him. And in turn, he turned himself into the one true overseer or the arbiter of perfection. His 5 brothers banded together through the first, second, and third iteration to fight Odo. All of them failed, and they became the first era of torchbearers and passed their gifts to the next era, which is you guys.
Interesting.
Khan is split. As he wields the power of infinitum, he wields both chaos and order, and he frequently switches. He mainly has control of his law side, but his chaos side sometimes seeps, and that is what you fought in the one-shot. As the enemy wants to keep him under wraps, as he has the power to remove perfection.
The enemy. Okay.
If Kanatis is freed, this will activate one of the win conditions of the battle. However, that will require killing your 6 mentors that have forged bonds with you through the creation of the 6 towers that are beginning to create themselves across the Valenum.
6 towers. Huh.
Each tower defeated will activate a shard of infinitum that can be put towards repairing Khan himself. That is your goal. However, for some of you, you're not strong enough. You need to gain power.
Fuck no.
And specifically, you can activate more specific visions from the 5 other brothers, but to do so, you must be 10th level and have another shard of anamnesis in your possession. They are optional, but they would be helpful to learn a little bit more about themselves and unlock more about your torchbearer power.
Awesome. Okay. I kind of say I.
You
let them
relaying
know.
this to us?
Yeah, I'm telling them, of course. I'm not gonna.
Otherwise, we're just
I'm not
standing there
gonna-
just waiting for you to say something.
I'm not gonna repeat it, but I'm not gonna because it's a lot. It's a lot, but yeah, you get the gist.
Yeah.
I'll just say. Well,
Huh.
starting to make sense now.
These shards, must we create them from our own life force every time? That would be risky. For if we
No,
fail, we'd be throwing away our lives.
the towers.
There's another way to make them.
Which is?
Well, we once fought a very early on before our village was destroyed. There was a amber kind of golem we fought. Potentially, there may be creatures which are born of negentropy or even entropy that we might be able to take the life force of instead of using our own. Maybe if we defeat one of those 5 we saw in the vision as well, we might be able to.
Well, if any of you see a potential to get one of these shards, please do. It may prove a great boon to us.
I wonder what the Crimson Phoenix has to do with this.
They seem completely unrelated besides a cult bent on ending the world.
I do love it when things get complicated.
I don't believe it's unrelated. I feel like they're taking a pretty big stand.
Well,
They did say there were 6 of them. Yeah?
6, yes. One
We only
secret.
saw
Yeah.
5.
That's what I'm worried about. We don't know who the 6th person is, unless it is in fact kind of just points at a boy in the mirror.
It's unlikely to be him. I think
Well,
he's the
It
one.
might. I thought it might be him because he is in the same situation. It sounded like they were. They were saying they were from different iterations, and he was from different iterations as well.
That's true, but I believe once the 6 come together, they create the Wanderer. I don't know, but
From
Yeah. I do
what
not
I-
believe it's him.
it sounds like they were trying to keep him here.
I think they were afraid
Yes.
of the chaotic
I mean,
side.
Spark
all
will
these-
gesture towards the corrupted Wanderer in the mirror. I can kind of see why they would like to keep him here.
Oh, I know why they want to keep him here after what he did to us.
Well, I think it's a side that he can't control, but it's a side of like both the Amber, right? The Amber is both life and death.
Yes, Oto is very bad. Let's put it that way.
These statues mentioned something about having to fight their father or his father. And I don't think they're trying to keep him here to protect Valenum. I think they're keeping him here to protect themselves. That
Or
vision said they were refractions of him.
or to protect himself from his father.
They might be a reflection of Oto, to be honest. I'm not entirely sure. They're the sons of an. What did you call a son other than a refraction of the father?
Yeah.
That's actually
this
very
hurts my
depressing.
head.
I'm a refraction of my father. That is not fun.
I don't even know who my family is, other than my sister. But
Oh, how is your sister doing?
she's still captured.
Sorry I asked.
It's all right.
This is hurting my brain.
Yeah, this is pretty interesting. This is a good twist. I like it.
Well, Salafax kind of claps his hands together to try and get everyone's attention. I think this is all we're going to get from this. Maybe we should have a rest. Maybe some people would like to start training with me. Perhaps.
Did you see what was over here?
Oh, what? There's something over there. Sorry, I haven't been over there.
At least let's examine it. We don't have to do anything. We just
Yeah.
There's a door up here as well. It looks like a door.
I don't like open doors.
Well, good thing this door is not open. It is blocked by a block of amber.
Do you have a fear of open doors?
Well, life is an open door, they say.
That's
all right.
true.
Em, what's over in this corner?
Alrighty, I gotta get the following information because this requires me to goes to my old drives.
Torches.
All right, so this appears to be 11 or so pillars that are innate or inert with magic. In the center here lies an amber pool that is coalesced with cerulean blocks, and there are 4 current lit pillars that are lit with amber energy. Here is the 0th iteration, Earth. The first iteration, Salkutra / Nestor. The world without time, weirdly enough. The second one, Kalmani, the unknown world. And then the third, Aenid, the world of disunity. The 4th, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th, representing the story's verge.
Oh.
10 pillars.
So
4 of
we're
them.
on. How do you do the
We
arrow
are number
again?
4. Well, we are number 4, but technically we're number 5 because there's 0.
Yeah, because it starts at 0. So we're
As a
the one in
programmer,
the
I
corner.
approve of counting from 0.
How do we do the arrow thing again?
It's Y, the Y.
The alphabet.
Y. Okay. There we go.
I wonder what happens when all the pillars are lit. Will the next world just not be
I
made?
don't think that
I have an idea that that will be the last if Oto gets his way.
End
That'll
of
be the
all.
last.
The
Wow.
flame here is in the process of being constructed, but it's not finished, and you assume it will not be finished for some time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we all know our goal: to prevent the world's destruction. This
Is this just a cycle of life?
It does. Yeah.
An artificial cycle, so not
Maybe.
the natural order of things.
Well, isn't the verge the natural order of things? Isn't just 10 lives, 10 deaths, and then
Ha.
another soul is born from yours?
But the amber disrupts that, doesn't it?
Yes, it steals
Does.
and verges if you are killed by it.
Well,
So.
if
it consumes all.
the amber does, yes, but that's unnatural. Maybe
So
it's
if we
natural.
don't stop it here, then
If
all
we don't-
these other torches, and he just kind of gestures around the room, those will never be lit either.
I think.
Yes,
I think the amber is a natural phenomenon. I don't think it's an unnatural thing.
it's not. Well, it is.
It might be
concentrated
natural for us, but I don't think it was natural for the 0th world.
Well,
And I
in any
definitely
case,
don't. Oh, go ahead.
in any case, we should. I'm thinking of way too much. I'm thinking maybe we should start to leave some of our own notes and what we've found out here. Just in the off chance that the worst comes to pass.
It's not a terrible idea.
I mean, I think you should take notes.
I'm not the.
I have been taking notes.
I think you have affiliation with someone I may know that might be interested in that kind of notes.
Who would I be affiliated with?
She like looks at your grimoire. She doesn't say the name. I know who his real name is, but I don't think you should tell him.
Oh. Interesting. You know,
He used to be my my master at one point. Well, one of them.
most fascinating. Perhaps we should talk further later.
Yes, I can agree to that.
Salafix is going to approach the pool and just kind of like dip a hand into it to see like if it is actual proper amber, like
It
he
is.
felt with his father's fight.
This is. I need you all to make me religion and/or arcana checks.
Oh, good.
Both bad things.
First check of this. First check of one shot.
I'm so good at these, though.
Oh, come on.
It's alright, I rolled a natural 20.
Skills. Arcana,
I really-
religion. Did you say Arcana or religion?
Yep,
It doesn't matter.
arcana or religion.
Either one you want.
All right.
Nice.
On a 23 and a 24, this is what would be known as a phylactery. However, instead of death,
Oh man.
it is amber.
I
And
know what phylactery is.
You get the sense that it's maybe tied to the creation of these worlds, as well as its ultimate corruption and demise.
So this is containing all the worlds every time it dies, it seems. Seems to bring it back to life. If this is
Like what?
destroyed, then everything is gone.
This
Wait, what is it?
this is what is known as the machine, and it is what is it's what's keeping the story going.
Oh,
Do you
I
not know
thought
what a
that was I thought that was Empo, but what do I know?
Empo is the machine.
Well, oh, Salafix doesn't know what a phylactery is? You don't know what a
No,
phylactery
where would Salafax know what phylactery is?
Well, I've heard about them. It's kind of similar how I would say maybe the Crimson Phoenix kind of works with their hatcheries. I would say it's kind of like
What's a hatchery?
it's a place where verges are spent to bring you back to life. Bring your same soul back to life, as in like your.
Oh,
say
kind of
you-
how, yes.
If you died, you'd be you again, but you wouldn't be somebody else. Like
Oh, you steal. Wait, that sounds very immoral
it is very immortal.
and unnatural.
It is, and they manipulate the dream, in a sense.
That sounds also very. I'm liking the Crimson Phoenix less and less the more I hear about them. No offense.
You should not like them at all.
No, they're terrible. At least some of them.
How much can I speak of the Crimson Phoenix? Everything except the current invasion?
As much as you want, except for the current
Oh.
events.
Okay. Yes, I've come across some studies of them. They follow, their so-called Lord of Fire, and I don't believe he's... I'm lost. I'm not sure if he's called that anymore, but whatever.
I wouldn't know. Yeah.
As far as I can tell, he seeks to burn the world to ash, and I cannot allow that.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
I'd rather not live in a husk. Or, I guess we would be living that way.
I wonder if his goal is to destroy this, but maybe, or at least try to create another verge on the world. It seems that way.
Maybe. If this machine here propagates the amber, maybe we should destroy it.
I think we would destroy all the worlds if we did that.
I will not do something so hasty. We know too little here.
Well, the last time I broke something that I didn't know if I should break or not, I ended up here, so I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Again, we will take no action until we know more about the consequences.
I also don't know how to destroy a liquid, so
Uh,
I would say destroy.
I mean, it actually would be
Foundation.
super easy, barely an inconvenience, but don't think it would be a good idea.
Evaporate it? What's the
I
boiling
think
point?
you would just destroy the machine, the thing that's holding it together. Would be pretty
Yeah, see, this is why you guys are the smart ones. That's all right. Cool.
Well, we should protect this place. I don't think anyone can really come here, but I've obviously been proven wrong.
Well, yes. Is this a temple of sorts?
I would assume so, given the
Right.
Seems
grandeur of it.
Seems more like a tomb than a temple.
Temple or tomb, whatever. Yes. Should
I
make a token effort of protecting this, although it is extremely unlikely anything other than us will be able to access this in any meaningful capacity.
This makes me think, though. Maybe the Amber.
Maybe we should move. Set up a base in here instead of out in the expanse.
I mean, at least this is a roof over our heads. Okay. I wonder.
Satisfaction looks up. Is there indeed a roof on this building, or are we just staring at the sky?
There is about 20 feet up in the air.
Thank God.
I don't know if it ever rains in this place, but I imagine, like everything else Amber related, it would just be pain and misery.
As always. Well, there's one good thing about all this, I suppose.
Yeah.
plus
At least
if
you
we
know.
stay here.
Sorry, go ahead, Fred.
No, sorry. Yeah, if we stay here, we can at least keep an eye on things for if they start to change as things happen.
Keep an eye on that.
Indeed.
That flame creating the corner.
Man, this reminds me of like the metaverse of Persona. It's like the collection of everything, the minds, the cognition. It's really cool.
Where's
cra-
Igor then?
A crack forms in this amber block here.
Where the wall? I
Eh?
gotta refresh the page. Hold on. Oh, I see the doorway.
Yep, in the archway at the back.
Crack, a tiny
Yep.
crack.
A crack. Slowly, the crack begins to form more and more until it is bursted open, and you see an exact replica of this room.
Ah, shit.
Wait,
Huh?
it's like a mirror.
So-
It's like a mirror. Huh?
Sparkle's gonna stretch out and
Hmm.
hope he hits like some glass that for a mirror.
You hit the mirror, but your hand goes through it.
That's
That
he'll
sounds,
he'll retract his hand.
Okay, well, that's congratulations, guys. We observed our first change
what does it
while
feel
staying
like?
here. It's
a
already
mirror?
paying off.
Does the mirror feel any different? Like when you put your hand through it?
It feels cold, but you feel an amount of pressure that is similar to being on a planet. In the plane of Negentropy, you have noticed that you can jump a little bit higher than in a deer, like
Oh,
1.5 times higher.
kind of lower gravity.
Yeah, it's a lower center of gravity. But it appears to be a carbon replica. However, you can only see down this hallway and towards the statue. You can't see the other bits of the room.
Can we see like this version? Yeah, this.
Yep, you can.
All right. How badly do we want to see what's on the other side of this?
I would like to see, but
Quite.
I wonder if it's anything like the mirror behind us. Will we encounter a corrupted wanderer in there? I pray not.
I think I might know what it could be, but
Can I
I'd
summon
I'd like
Reggie?
to see.
Yeah, you can summon Reggie. Reggie forms. Yes, my lord.
See what's on the other side of this barrier, will you?
Roger, Roger. As he flies. Which way, my lord? Left or right?
I'll look through his eyes.
Okay. We'll
What do I see?
We'll just say you move back to the center here. All right, and you see the exact same room. However, the statues have appeared to have changed slightly.
Like these statues?
Yep, their figures and their appearances have changed.
Can I ask if it's safe? Because apparently the familiar is good in there.
Oh, is it the previous worlds, guys?
Well, I'm just gonna walk in because
Okay.
I'm curious.
Yeah, I'll step through.
Seems safe enough, right?
All right. Yeah.
If the
That's what I'll
whatever that was, what type of pet is it?
It's an owl.
Here?
Owl. Yeah.
No, yeah. As soon as I realize the owl hasn't disintegrated from flying through it, I'll step through.
Yeah.
Okay.
we will.
Well,
However,
this seems very
Sebastian,
familiar.
your eyes immediately look to the most beautiful statue in the room, and it's yours. It is an
Huh?
exact replica of your person,
Oh.
Oh my.
Okay.
as this is the second generation of torchbearers.
Hold on, I must check.
Go
I'm
back
gonna
over to the
move
first
over
one I
here.
saw.
Okay.
How many torches are lit?
4.
Oh,
Same.
Same, yeah.
thought there'd be 3, but
Hmm. Does the statue look like brand new?
No, it has been worn down with time.
Huh.
Salafax is going to attempt
like
to
that.
decapitate his own statue with his mace. He's going to try and smash the head in. He doesn't approve of this.
Okay.
Oh, that sounds like a terrible idea. He says.
It's
Take a
Salafax
swing.
does not do statues of himself. That's not a thing he wants.
You scrape across the stone of the statue. However, you cannot break it.
Is this what version of Mont is in this?
It is the prime good version,
Oh, okay.
and yours is
How
Spark
how
is normal
tall are
with
these
the paper
statues?
armor. They're about 10 feet tall.
Sebastian reach up
This-
and touch
well,
the
I
symbol
was
on the forehead.
I was speaking of the need to leave notes just in case, but well, I suppose we maybe need to write down a few things.
They each have their own engraving at the base of the stone.
What's
you-
what's over here is also solid amber block.
It is actually an open hallway that you can begin walking down.
Oh, I'm just gonna inspect the statue. Oh,
Okay. Your statue says the Amber Crown. And next to it says the Testament of blank. As you have not made your testament yet.
I was also inspecting the statue, like physically. I was like, oh,
Yep.
my thighs really look like that, huh?
Nice.
As
I had to say it.
Testament seems very grim.
as you have not as you've not progressed far enough to open the next door, it just appears to be an endless hallway.
Oh, I can make a better joke right here.
Is
Backwards long jump.
Khan still in this one?
There is no mirror there. The mirror is only there in the
Um,
first.
But it's a statue of him.
It is a statue of him.
Does
And
it say anything in the front of it?
this time, you see a smile has appeared across the statue's face.
Oh wow.
So is that a good job smile, or is that a you fucked up smile?
It looks like a good job smile, or a
Okay.
smile of happiness. And I think that is where we're going to leave the one shot, as you guys have officially become the second generation of torchbearers.
Yay.
The torch has been passed on to you guys.
Liddy.
Pog.
Pecco Pain.
Now, what's cool about this is if this iteration were to fail and the fifth is ushered, you guys would be the next Exalts.
Oh boy.
You
Really?
would be
Yeah.
you would be the next people in these statues that Exalts would go and find.
Oh, we'd be like the refracted in a sense, right?
Yep. And you would actually be people
The world.
that would be established in legends, because the people you met were the sons of Emperor Morius, who were the first Exalts, and even though they were disunified, they were all the first generation, and then they passed the torch on to you guys, sometimes forcibly, but you guys have now, whether you like it or not, have become the second generation of Exalts. And the same would be said for the third and the fourth.
Oh god,
and the fifth.
we have to kill Exandros.
And there's more racial diversity in this.
Yep.
Yeah.
He hates me already.
I guess not. It's still all white people, I suppose. Like basically. But you know.
I love learning about legends. Becoming a marker of one is disturbing thought.
Do you know what the problem with legends is?
What?
They all end badly.
I would disagree with you there, but about this particular one, I will agree.
Ellen's testament is going to be sorry. We fucked up. I got nothing.
And yeah, you guys now have the option to write your testaments to the next generation as well. So, and that will be and when you guys write that, it can be in either your own format, you can make it distinct, or it can follow the same format as the ones you read before.
Just write it in only wingdings. You have to translate it.
Yes, write it in code in the temple that most likely no one else can access.
True.
For now.
All right.
Oh yes.
But with that, this will be the end of the Temple of Quondam, as you guys can come back here and learn more about the temple as later things are unlocked and opened up. Because currently this hallway, this has now become the first room of the temple, and it has this eternal hallway will eventually open up to another room.
All right, guys. I think we need 70 stars, and then we don't get the eternal hallway.
True.
Nah, we just have to learn how to do backwards long jump.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, my bad.
All right.
So I only have 9 decks, guys. I can't do it.
Later today, we're going to be doing a DM workshop stream, so you want to come to that. We'll be working on wild magic tables. So if you have any suggestions for what would be cool on a wild magic table, you can hop on in and say, yo, M, I want to summon 800 flumps when I roll a 6 on my table.
No, because I'm going to summon it.
And then tomorrow we have the penultimate session to the founding of Ironhull, and the week after that will be the sessions 8 of the War of the Waves and the Codex campaigns. So yeah, this was always going to be a short one shot. It wasn't going to be 8 hours long because it was mainly
RP focused.
It was RP focused, getting to learn the Exalts and a little bit of exposition about who the enemy is and what you guys are using. Because I know a lot of people have some confusions, so hopefully I cleared some of those up and led to more confusion because I think the story that I'm weaving is pretty awesome, but I can't tell you everything because that would be boring. So I left some things up for you. Speculation. Exclamation point Discord for if you want to talk about the campaigns and all that sick shit. And yeah, we'll see you guys later today for the DM workshop. See you then.
Okay.
Peace.
See ya.
Peace.
Later.